1.
Welcome to JFall 2022. Your hosts of today are Bert Schrijver and Brian Vermeer.
Good morning, JFall. How are you? Okay, let's try that again. I know it's cheesy. Good morning, JFall. All right. Like we have a bunch of people over here, and I love it. I mean, this is JFall. Oh, there should be one in front of that one. Oh no, this is us. Hey, I'm Brian. That's Bert, and you're here at JFall 19. I am happy that Oracle decided to keep the Java number in sync with the amount of JFalls we have. I hope they do that next year as well, because that's our anniversary edition. However, welcome, this is the 19th JFall, and we are at full capacity again, and I love that. Remember, next year is JFall 20. So, what's up for today?
Well, we are full. We have a full house, about 1,800 people. You will be able to enjoy about 60 sessions from over 50 speakers. There will be hands-on labs where you can participate in, and you'll have the chance to visit about 40 business partners in the exhibition hall. And all of this, obviously, would never have been possible without our amazing sponsors, so please give them a warm welcome to our sponsors.
So we have a great program for you, and we couldn't have done this without our program committee. For this year, we had the most CFPs ever, which were 360, and every single one of the program committee had to review all of them. So I want a big hand for the program committee. These are the folks over there that made sure that this anniversary. So without them, we couldn't have done this. So thank you, and hopefully you're there next year as well, because we don't want to do this all alone.
So about the program, there'll be loads and loads of awesome Java content for you to indulge in today. So the early bird sessions for the early birds, and you have already passed. We have a round of keynotes now, then a couple of rounds of parallel sessions. During lunch, you'll be able to join the Ignite sessions, which are short 5-minute sessions where the slides auto forward every 15 seconds. If the speaker nails all transitions, it will be awesome. If the speaker gets stuck, it won't be so awesome for the speaker, but it will still be fun to enjoy for you, right? Then after lunch, there'll be some keynotes here, and then another round of parallel sessions, and then at the end of the day, we'll wrap up with drinks, so hopefully see you all there.
So yeah, this is JFall 19. Who has been here all 19 editions? So that is our next keynote speaker. Thank you. who is here for at least 10 editions? Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here. Who is the first timer at JFall? Happy to have you here, and please feel welcome. This is how the venue looks. So for those who had their hands up that were the first timers, this is where you are now, or the upstairs version, because, well, you see that all the rooms have a number, and all the rooms, you can enter all the rooms from the upper floor, from the first floor. Both on the upper floor and the floor downstairs, there are booths. Please visit them. And one of the important things is if you want to do a hands-on lab, it's not in a specific room. There we have an area for this. You probably already passed it when you registered this morning, but there are the hands-on labs. Also important for this year, which is new, in this part, upstairs, we have an NLJUG booth. And what's special about that? Well, you can probably win some swag, some prizes on there. You have to look for yourself, and you have to spin the Wheel of Fortune. So go there, at least go there in the main break. Then we definitely have people there, because they also need to walk around, of course. But go visit the NLJUG booth and see whatever you can win over there.
So if you still manage to get lost, no worries, take out the NLJUG Events app from your pocket. And in this app, you'll find the program, some information about the conference. There's a map of the venue. and you have the ability to rate sessions, which we'll talk a bit more later.
Yep.
So thank you to the Belastingdienst for creating this for us. Please use this as much as possible, because that's why we created it.
Calling about voting, there are some new things this year on voting. You probably know, if you were here before, that you can vote in the app. But this year is the first edition of JFall that you can also add comments to that. So if you think something was great, please put it in. If you think something could be better, please put it in, but please be polite, because we can read all of that. Now, honestly, give honest feedback. Just a 1 star without comments doesn't make much sense. As a plus for this room, the big keynote room, where also a bunch of speakers are there, we have an iPad outside, and you probably have seen it when you entered the room, where you can vote as well. Try that. This is a pilot for us to see if this works or not. So if you go out the room after a session, please click one of the smileys and look which one fits your mood at that point after that talk.
So about feedback, we'd love to hear what you think of what we're doing today. So you can rate sessions in the NLJUG app. You can give us feedback via Twitter. Use the hashtag JFall. Send us a direct message. You can find the crew walking around in black and red shirts. You can visit the NLJUG booth for feedback. We'll send an email after the event for a short evaluation. So please participate in all this, because this will enable us to make an even better JFall next year. And being a 20th edition, the bar is high. So we'll see. And most of all, we want everyone to feel welcome. So is there anything that happens that you don't feel comfortable with, please reach out and we'll try to fix it as soon as possible.
Yeah, so if there's something wrong, please call it out and tell some of the members. We appreciate that. Also new this year, well, not new, but we do it differently, are the Innovation Awards. The Innovation Awards will be done in the keynote after lunch. But the thing is, you need to participate. We had a committee, and there were a bunch of people sending in the potential Innovation Award contestants. And we have a top 3. The top 3 is Maki, Omoda, and Ajin. But during the keynote, or during the NLJUG update, you need to vote which one is capable or is the most prestigious winner for the Innovation Awards 2022. So keep you posted on that. They will pitch whatever is coming up. But we also had something yesterday. Yesterday we had the pre-conference sessions and one more.
Yes, so, well, JFall is a one-day conference, but we have been doing a pre-conference day for years already. In the pre-conference day, you can participate in a couple of workshops and in the Masters of Java, which is a fun programming contest. Well, let's take a look how this looked yesterday.
This was Masters of Java. The first question we started, and everything went well for a few minutes, and then our server, there wasn't literal smoke coming from it, but we weren't far from that point. But at the end, we are very satisfied, of course. We've had a lot of fun, because we love coding. And if you love coding too, then I think you should be there next year.
Good morning, JFall.
Good morning.
Well, thank you. We didn't even have to ask. That's so amazing. Can we do it one more time again? We love applause. Thank you. Feels really good. So we will start by introducing ourselves. We are Noortje van Berlo.
En Job van der Meijden.
Yes, and I am a board member of the NLJUG.
And I work at First Aid, and at First Aid we organize and create the questions for Masters of Java.
Yeah, so it's a joint effort from NLJUG and First Aid. So I really like to thank First Aid for organizing this year again. And we want to take you by the highlights. And of course, the most important thing, the winner of the Masters of Java of this year. So some of the highlights. We had a really cool turn-up this year. We had over 60 participants in the competition. So that's really nice turnout.
Which actually is almost double of the amount we used to have, which also explains the second point.
Yes. So we had a little bit of server problems, a little bit only. Yeah.
I'm sure most of you will be familiar with this, but of course, this kind of problems you only find out once you have started. So during the first question, well, like I said in the video, there wasn't literal smoke yet, but we had to stop the question and had to tweak during production time, which is always fun.
But luckily, we are creative minds all together. So we came up with a solution, and we won't bore you with the solution because next year it will not happen again, of course. But we will tell you something about the assignment. So maybe you can tell something?
So first of all, for those of you, I think there might be a few people here in the audience who have not yet participated in Masters of Java. Can you raise hands for people who haven't? See? There's still room for us to grow. So now we know where to scale up our servers to. So about 1,800 people, I guess. Okay, so it's a fun programming event, and we have normally five assignments. We didn't have time for that because of reasons we already discussed. But we have 5 assignments, and all these assignments are something that you have to program in 30 minutes. So it might be an algorithm. The first question, the calendar question, is display a given month. So you get a year and a month, and you have to display that as a calendar with either Sunday or Monday as a starting day, and then rows of 7 days and stuff. And you have to create the algorithm that does that in 30 minutes without an IDE. So it's quite challenging. The Guess Who question, it's the very well-known game that you get 40 pictures of people and you have to ask one question that eliminates about half of it. So you have to write an algorithm that is the perfect question for the Guess Who. Well, and so on. And sometimes it's a little bit more of an API knowledge question. Sometimes it's an algorithm. We also have bug hunts that actually are easy to fix once you found the bug, but can be very challenging in finding the bug. So it's very fun.
It was a lot. So a lot of differences in the assignments. So one for everybody, I think. So I hope to see you next year at the Masters of Java. Then we for sure bring a bigger server. The most important thing is that we have one winner. But besides the winner, we also have a top 3 and drinks. So that's also important for me. I will go to the next slide, and maybe you can announce the top 3.
Yes, the top 3, actually, for those of you who were here last year, these people might be familiar. They were in the top 3 last year also. So they need a challenge. Okay. Number 3 was Team OV Software. Are you here somewhere? Probably.
Raise your hands, OV Software.
I can see you. They were the winners of last year, so some of you might remember them. Number 2, Eat, Sleep, Code, Repeat. Also a previous winner, but they were both beaten by a new participant.
Yeah. And the new participant
is Camel Case. Jasper.
Can you come up the stage, Jasper?
Congratulations.
Can you tell us something about your experience in the contest?
Yeah, so this is my second year. After the first year, it was really clear that it's really about speed. So the top 6 teams all completed all the assignments. And then it just dumps down to how fast you can implement the right solution. It doesn't have to be production ready, but it has to work. And I was the fastest, so that's nice.
Yes.
Congrats.
Congratulations. We even have a cup.
First and most importantly, the cup. The 2022 award. And some flowers, and probably if somebody wants to take a picture of that.
Yeah. So, this wraps it up, and I hope to see you all next year at the Masters of Java with a bigger server. Last time I say this, I promise. And I see you later on the speaker rooms or at the booths. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.